Alright, before I start, I'm no professional on these caterpillars, and I'm not a vet either, but I just want to bring to light the dangers of these caterpillars that live in the pine trees in Spain. They live in the tops of these pine trees, around a small nest. There'll probably be 200 or 300 in one nest at a time. At night time, the caterpillars will come out the nest and they'll start feeding on the pine needles up around the tops of the trees. The caterpillars are 3 to 4 centimetres long, and they're covered in thousands of microscopic barbed ears, and these ears have got poison in the end. They'll stay in the tops of the trees until they're ready to come down. When they come down, they come down in a big long line, probably 200 or 300 in a procession. They'll come down in between February and up to April. Once they're on the ground, what they do then, they stay in a line and they start searching about suitable ground where they can bury themselves into the ground, just below the surface, where they pupate into moths. And this is the point where they can come in contact with your dog, your cat, yourself, or even your kids. So if your dog or cat comes into contact with them, these are some of the symptoms to look for, because once they've got the ears embedded in the tongue, the cheek, or even the paw, you've got to get them to a vet as soon as possible. This poison happens quite rapidly, probably within an hour or two before the tongue starts to swell up. It'll start to go black and parts of it will start to die, and it won't be long before the dog starts to suffocate due to how fast the swelling goes. Even when adults and children come into contact with them, as you can see from some of these pictures, the effects are pretty nasty. So at this point, if anybody's come into contact with them, it's you need to get to the doctors or the hospital pretty quick. If anybody inhales one of these microscopic ears, because they are microscopic and they can float about in the air, and it gets into the lungs, then these things can be life-threatening, especially for people who are asthmatic. If you come across one of these processions on the pavement or the footpath, don't stand on them, don't go near them, don't touch them, because if you stand on them, even when they're dead, they're still as dangerous as when they're alive. You get the ears stuck in your shoes, then you'll end up taking them back home, and them ears then, while you're in your home, they're still as dangerous as when they was on the caterpillar. So if you do come across one of these processions on the pavement, what you need to do, you need to report it either to the police or to the Tourist Information Office, where they'll get the specialists in to treat them and remove them, because they are that dangerous. I took a few pictures of a place we've just stopped, Camp Area 7 at El Campello, near Alicante. And as you can see, some of the trees in the seating area and the playground park, they've got the traps on them already. So to anybody who does stop at Camp Area 7, just be aware that the seating area, these trees have been infected with these caterpillars, and they do know it because they've got traps on the trees already. So the best thing to do really is, when you're out and about, just be vigilant, keep an eye on the floor, and just look at the trees around you, see if they are pine trees, and if you think they're pine trees, best thing to do is just avoid them. Try to keep away from where pine trees are. To be honest with you though, we've been in Spain travelling about now with our cockapoo, and I'm vigilant, and we've not seen any, I've not come across any anywhere. So, but if you do see any pine trees dotted about with these traps strapped around the trunks of them, then you know that these trees have been infested with these caterpillars. So obviously the authorities are aware of them. If you want more information, just look it up on the internet. There's loads of information out there that tells you a lot more than what I can. Again, thanks for taking the time to watch this video.